That's the reason why. Okay. Like right now, we
but
can take them to court. That's not going to be on Channel 9 News right away.
They can't stop it all though, Dang.
No, I'm not saying that they can. I'm not saying that they can stop anything.
Right.
The point is that we don't need them at all to get anything done.
That's not the point. That's not the
right.
point.
And what he's saying, what he's saying is that, you know, when we do that, we suing them for our liberty. It ain't for no monetary gain and no stuff like that. We just straight up suing for our liberty. And as far as the positions they hold, once we chop them down out of them positions, then they have no power.
It's over with. They have no, because see, the power was stolen. The people that were in power, okay, made a deal with these people that weren't in power, and it was supposed to be for both of their benefits. And our people got the back end of that stick. That's the whole point. Now, we have proof of that. We have proof of that.
Got you.
The courts are saying that you got to know who to hold responsible.
I got you.
And those are all institutions. That's where the real research come in at. You got to find out who signed off on these contracts.
Right. And I got you on that. But what I'm expressing is that it's almost like this, right? When you present a certain piece of evidence, that opens the door for other pieces of evidence to come in, right?
Yeah.
From a social political aspect, putting it on a broad stage gets people's attention to pay attention. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's
it doesn't matter how successful you are at the suit. What matters is that you're bringing suit.
Right.
And people are going to be curious about who in the hell is doing this. Why are they doing this?
That's the problem. That's the problem. This is what I'm trying to state. They have been doing that. Like I have access to video and audio of them taking them to court to get the same thing done. Like I'm not playing. I could play some audio right now. I'm talking about always in the forefront. C-SPAN, Fox News, ABC. They've been on there, but these companies that own and control the media are not going to put it on blast in order for it to go viral. Why? Because they know already. They know already.
But nevertheless, you have to still do it, because even if
I'm not saying that should make us stop. I'm not saying that. It shouldn't make us stop. No, hell no. We're doing it now.
All it takes is one.
We're doing that now. That's the whole point.
Right.
That's they can try to hide all they want.
Right. That's all I'm saying, because when you make it a part of the national conversation, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I wish it would be.
That's the whole object of the game.
But of course, that's what they don't want.
Of course,
that's what they don't want. But I mean, like I said, if they want to make reparations the topic, now's the time, because it's deeper than reparations.
But the only thing I'm talking about is this, man. Once you do something, once you bring a suit, then it becomes public information.
That's correct.
So, I mean, it's different ways of looking at it. But if it's on the books, and if that is being put across, and no matter how small the venue, you know what I'm saying? It's just a point of saying that this shit, people are really doing this shit. This shit is really happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, peace.
But hold on, but the thing with law too, though, we got to remember, everything that go to court ain't public. See, that's a fallacy for people to think that everything in court goes public. No, that's not true. That's just like with the Jesse dude. Now, all the stuff that's coming out, they not releasing all that stuff to the public. Only thing that they is saying is that they dropping the charges. But
hey, this is a sidebar from the conversation that we're having right now. Do y'all remember recently, within the last few weeks, Al Sharpton came out and said that he's been a federal informant for the last 30 years? Did y'all see that? And he released the documents and all that. He admitted to being a federal informant for the last 30 to 40 years. Did y'all see Al Sharpton come out and say that? That is insane.
That's correct.
Why?
Even all the way back to Malcolm
And we was talking about Al Sharpton during this conversation being a fucking Fed.
X case. You had to wait until you could file
This was 6 years ago.
a suit in order to get the unclassified documents on his case. And out
Or the-
came the fact that we
But
knew
that-
it wasn't
But that's
James
but that's
Earl Ray
not,
that killed him.
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you file a suit, right? This your filing of a suit becomes public information if you actually file in a suit. It's not saying that, you know, all the information from an investigation or whatever comes out or whatever. I'm just saying that just the point of you filing the suit becomes public information. You know what I'm saying? Where anybody can look it up.
Peace to the
Okay.
tribes. Peace.
Okay.
Peace,
I
peace.
mean,
And when you do
Right.
that, then that's going to be proof to people. When they look that up, they can say, "Damn, it was a suit file for that. It was a suit file for that." You understand what I'm saying? So it's just part of the conversation. What I'm saying is, when you do shit, it's not the same thing as somebody just talking about shit.
Yo,
Because
peace,
now
peace. Leave it
now
on.
you're showing some proof. Yeah, my fault. Go ahead, bro.
No, I don't mean to interject. We just got another brother on the panel. You know, I just try to keep it real hospitable like Indians
what's up.
do. You know, but this my brother who I've had the pleasure of building with, you know what I'm saying, plenty behind the scenes. And shout out to my brother Nagi in the chat, because you know, this is a shout out to him because he always says genealogy is key. And I think this would be an opportune moment for us to let our people see somebody who looks just like them, who lives here in the Americas, who can trace their genealogy to the Mayans, my G. You know what I'm saying? So when you studying this stuff and when you know people like this, your whole paradigm can't do nothing but shift. So I just want to introduce my brother Chief Menowar, you know what I'm talking about, and let him chop it up with us for a minute.
What's up?
Peace
Peace to
and
the tribe.
bliss.
Peace up.
Peace,
Peace
peace,
and
bro.
blessings, man. Yeah, man. I'm just gonna give you just a basic synopsis of myself. You know, I'm from Texas, and I always felt it in my bones, you know, that I was connected deeper than most people. And about 9 months ago, I started my research, just with the name of my people alone, Apalachicola Pecana Muskogee. And I just found out, you know, a lot of stuff through history, War 1812 through 17, the Creole Wars, the First and Second Seminole Wars, the Tuscarora Wars. It's all tied to my people, you know what I'm saying? Like solely tied.
Fact.
You know, Chief John Blunt, his grandfather was King Tom Blunt of the Tuscaroras, Bear Clan. You know what I'm saying? And read the stuff about him and the trials and tribulations he went through with the Dutch and the German and the British fighting over the lands and make him turn against his people in South Carolina, the Southern Tuscaroras, you know, and just the migrations of, you know, just to disperse, you know, they put these forts in the middle of the people and make them fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Make them kill each other. You know what I mean? It made me think deeper, like, man, who am I, man? Who am I? And just finding my people's name, you know, and what it means, the real meaning. You know, Apalachicola, you know what I'm saying, and Panoan is Aparasikora, which means people from the sea. So, and that's what Mayan means, water. You know what I'm saying? So that just tell me alone who's here, where they came from. You know what I'm saying? And it just breaks it down from for most people here in the Southeast. Like, we're from, you know, many ethnic groups, but we're one people. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them about your people. Tell them about the chiefs.
I'm a descendant of Chief Red Shoes of the Choctaw Coasati. You know, he was known as Le Soul Le Rouge by the French. You know what I'm saying? Also known as Red Moccasin. You know, Red Shoes was a title that he gained in his, you know, becoming a man. That's the highest stature you can get as a commoner. You know, Red Shoes is a war chief. You know what I'm saying? So you know, he rose to stature, you know what I'm saying, you know, with his fight and everything. And most of the land in Louisiana belongs to him. You know, the Choctaw people in Louisiana, that's our relatives, that's our people. You know, and I found out that he was the Imok Lata Moeti of the Oklahoma. That means he was the immaculate kinship of the Six People Clan. Oklahoma, which is Oklahoma, they stole that name and use it as a prisoner camp. You know what I'm saying? So everything that's on this land, they stole it from my people.
Mhm.
They couldn't do nothing on this land without our people helping them. They couldn't do anything. And I mean, it's just, and they try to, you know, I read some books and I can't remember some of the names, but, you know, they sit there talking about, oh yeah, Red Shoes, he was a savage and blah, 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 blah. But they didn't say why he was being a savage. You know, when you raping and killing, you know, the women and children of the clan, you know, you're going to get dealt with. You're going to get dealt with. And I don't know, man. I know I'm kind of rambling. It's just real deep, man. When it comes just to my people name alone, and we're the Texas Creeks, and we're the only ones that kept the name, you know, to honor our ancestors. You know, the Highlanders of Peru, East Andes. With the creek knot in the back of your head, is if you ain't got no knot in the back of your head, you're not a creek. You know what I'm saying?
That knot in the back of your head.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got these knots in the back of my head, and I'm looking at the people in Peru, the Shipibo Canibo, you know what I'm saying? They got the same dress. They have the same green corn festival dance. They have the same drink, sacred drink called Asi. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just real deep. Everything down there is all tied in together.
That's deep. Ain't that a primary source? A real Indian? You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying? It's all in the history books, you know, where they came from, Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to Blountstown, Florida, which was a reservation for Chief John Blunt. You know what I'm saying? Then Chief Doublehead of the Cherokee sold all the nations out in the Southeast, you know what I'm saying, to get allotments, $3,000 allotment a year for trading out his own people and the other clans.
That's a fact.
And what they
That's a fact.
And what they hide, fam, is that East Florida actually stretched all the way up into Guale going into Tennessee. That was East Florida. And they don't want a lot of people to know that whenever they were creating the borderlines that give you modern day Georgia today.
Yep.
All of that was East Florida, and a lot of people don't pay attention to it. So when they say the Florida State Seminoles, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about the Florida State being the modern day Florida that you see today. They're talking about all of that region, that Southeast Woodland region.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't pay attention to that.
Yep.
And that's where a lot of the Indian territory was at. And when I was talking about it earlier, that's when they started pushing into Indian territory and started creating those militia districts.
Yep.
They
calling people upper creeks and lower creeks.
Children. Exactly.
Yep.
And they kept the children, and they put the children in those schools. And I mean, Dane already broke that down, what they were doing back then.
And what particular creek or river was these Indians being? Was they running through the Mississippi? Was they occupying the Mississippi?
Well, they call anybody that live near creeks was creek. Yeah. If you live in the upper creek, the upper highlands in the woods, you was an upper creek. If you live in the lowlands in the creek, you was a lower creek. That's how
Appalachians.
and yeah,
Mountain high.
and Appalachian, that Appalachian is a Peruvian word for people,
Mhm.
for the people.
The
You know what I'm
Appalachian.
saying? And somewhere it has Arawakan language. So you know what I'm saying? Arawak, if you know what Arawak is, that means in Hebrew that means eaters of meal.
Facts.
Sitting on high.
You know what I'm saying? See, the names of the land is Hebrew dialect.
Wow.
That's why I was trying to explain to people, you know, a lot of these explorers, when they came over here, they couldn't understand what the people were saying. They couldn't understand that people in the Southeast, they roll their R's real hard. So when the people in the sea say, in the Southeast say, Aparasi Kora, you know what I'm saying? They thought they were saying Apalachicola. And then say the meaning of it was people from the other side. That's not even what that meant.
That's where that Latin comes in, man. I mean, that the language, everything. I mean, it starts to make sense after a while when you start to research everything and put it together.
Yep. You know, I mean, and basically, man, you had to start from your people. Ask your mama, ask your grandma, ask your great grandma, ask somebody about your great parents and all that. You know what I mean? You got to get their information. You have to start from there, and then you can everything else will start cracking up. It'll start opening up for you.
Whoever said the police just gonna hang up now. Yo, I'll put the link in the chat, man. Somebody looked like they want some free smoke. So, you know, at first I wasn't even gonna bring them up here because it's been so much positive energy. I've been learning so much, but you know, Ab say let them on. So, you know.
Come on, man. I'm gonna shut up. All right, peace, y'all.
Yeah, peace,
Nah,
bro.
peace to
Thanks,
you.
man.
Peace to you, brother. That's much blessings and gratitude for you coming on, blessing us with
Yeah,
that
peace and
information,
blessings.
brother. The chat absolutely enjoy that too.
That's a fact.
But yeah, go
Thank
and
you,
bring
thank
them on.
you.
That's free smoke.
Yeah, the link on there. So I see you posted it. So it's there. Scroll.
Make sure y'all support the channel too, right quick, man. Hit that cash app. Go ahead and support the channel, man. Cash app information in the chat, and the StreamYard link is in the chat. If anybody wants to come on, too, man. Hop on the deal.
Peace.
There you go. My fault, man. Yeah, I had to.
And I can mute them if they get to tripping, so ain't no sweat.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we wanted to get a brother a chance, man. Let him know, man. You know, it ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know,
Fact.
joan on people if you want to, man. But this about the information over here. There's some serious shit going on. Now, if you got some serious questions or you have some serious information, then come bring it. Ain't nobody
Grown
gonna
man
be
business.
disrespectful to you. We on some grown man shit over here.
This ain't that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Somebody was
Try.
disrespecting somebody.
I mean,
Not
you know,
around here. Not around here.
I'm about to
that
say.
little, you know, that
We basically on the same
Nah.
page up here.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that.
that's
Not around here.
you know,
This
that's one of
the
the boys
power
on the other
wow.
side, man.
This the real power wow.
I like how I got like 10 answers that still meant the same thing. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? This it right here.
The real shit.
I
Real
wish
shit.
Google Hangouts would allow more than 10 people. But I guess they I don't know. It's on their little server, huh?
We might get 13, then they gonna get spooked out.
Well, they're about to shut it down anyway, though. They supposed to be deleting everybody's personal accounts and
Hold on.
shit.
I know this ain't Libra Sun talking.
Yeah.
Hey, we ain't worried about none of them false constructs. You already taught me that. The only reason it's here is because we was here to use it and we manifested it because we needed it for the time being. But we ain't worried about that. Ain't that right? We ain't worried about that.
Oh, that's a fact.
Talk to me, because I'm learning from you. You know this Hawk school, so I'm a student. You know what I'm
Hold
talking
on.
about? So
You gonna
you
greet the
taught me
brothers?
that last week.
Hey, how you gonna greet the new brothers that's on the panel? Taylor, how you doing, brother? Speaking my brother, speaking peace.
Peace, brother. Welcome to the, you know what it is. Welcome to the chat. You know, the powwow.
Yes, the free smoke Friday. Look, smoke or you got smoke.
We didn't even get the blaze too good. Just in the
Yo.
Hey, good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, brother. We hear you. If you're on speaker, we can't. You're kind of far away. You on speakerphone?
Oh, give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Speak up a little louder, brother.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
I like the police for it. Look up there.
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, appreciate it. All right.
Peace.
And blessings to all my Aboriginal people in the chat room, on the panel. How you guys doing?
All right, go on and introduce yourself, brother. Welcome to the panel.
Peace,
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah, man. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. My name's Taylor Bode. Go by that name. Yeah, I've actually started just actually getting into discovering about the whole Aboriginal history from Dane. I think it came from Instagram. I think someone had posted a post that he.
Y'all hit that like button real quick. Support the channel, man. Salute to the real ones in the building, though. Salute to the real ones in the building, man. We about to rock the house out. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Let's keep it going.
It gotta happen.
You also got to factor in. The monopoly money, the promissory notes that they're getting off of said applications. Everything has to have a tie in to some type of currency. It has to flow.
You were breaking up, brother. Be honest with you. You were breaking up. I really didn't hear what you were saying. And I think
No, I
that's
was saying when it. No, I'm saying like when it comes to certain applications and when it comes to like everything that we're going through right now, you're dealing with a new age type of technology where people are making money, and you're dealing with a monopoly or a promissory note.
Damn, I really
where
am
people
I
are
the only
making
one
money
hearing
off
that?
of
Are
that.
y'all hearing that?
Yeah, he breaking up.
Breaking up real bad. Okay, I thought that was my end.
All right, I'll get silent.
Nah, you in a bad area.
Yeah, he was just breaking up real
got
bad.
a bad signal.
I want to hear what you're saying. I definitely want to hear what you're saying because I was trying to make it out, but it's difficult.
Okay, the people say they can hear you though in the chat, but I don't know what's going on.
Whose channel we on right now?
Peace to the tribes. We on Aboriginal Power Channel. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing but Hawks on the panel, man. Shout out to the panel, man. Peace to the panel. Peace to everybody in the chat, man.
Feathers
this
up.
is amazing, man. It keep growing and growing and growing.
So the people say they can hear me. So I'll say it again. When it comes to it, when it comes to our people, when it comes to these applications, and it comes to cyber and anything that I'm working in right now, I want people to understand this is how people make money right now. So if you're for the people, work for the people, do for the people, make sure the people are taken care of. That's the only thing that I'll say, because obviously everybody heard what I said. So if they didn't, like if you didn't hear it, everybody else, they heard it.
Try.
That could be my connection. I think that could be my connection. I don't
No,
know.
no, little yo, she was breaking up, brother.
It sound clear now.
Yeah, you was breaking up at first.
But because I do see people in the chat saying that he was clear at the same time. Because I just joined I'm looking at his video now on my channel, and I don't know. That could be, I don't know why they're not trying to let me hear what the brother said.
Well,
Can somebody repeat what he said?
it was breaking up on my end too, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was experiencing the same thing.
Okay. I really wanted to know.
I kind of heard a little basis of what he was saying, but it just kept breaking up so bad. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't really make it out.
It looked like we got somebody new in here. Or am I tripping?
Yeah, I wish I could have heard what he said.
Got the brother A1 in the house. What's good with you?
Oh yeah. Salute, Chief.
Peace. What's up? What's
Yeah,
good?
peace.
You got it.
Peace, everybody. Peace to the brothers on the chat.
Peace,
Really
everyone.
Big Hawk.
Man, we got the Hawks in the sky today, boy.
Big Hawk.
Yeah.
Everything good?
Can y'all? Can anybody hear me now?
We hear you, but it's still kind of break up a little bit.
All right. Yeah, they probably don't want me to speak my mind.
That's what they do.
Go ahead.
That's what they do.
We running through a server right now, so anybody could be checking it out live like us. We ain't slow. This the Hawk section. You know what I'm saying? So everybody aware of what it is.
Yeah.
Man, I'm mad at that. I really did want to hear what he was saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I wanted to hear, I was quiet till he said it the second. I don't want to keep making him repeat himself, but that really upset me how they trying to really not let me hear what he's saying.
Yeah. I hate when they do that shit.
Yeah, be heating the wires up, man. You know.
It's high powered over here, Libra. Talk about it.
But that's good though. I mean, the chat did hear him though.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I mean, they were confirming that they heard him.
Yeah, every time me and Brother Firewater be politicking, man, they be cutting us off.
I mean, as long as that the first part got out, that's good. Other than that, if you can't hear me, if I keep going out, I understand. So y'all keep building, man, because that's what we here for.
Yes, sir.
Where bro A1 go? Where you at, A1? Talk to him, Op. Talk to him, Chief.
Peace. Cooling, man. I'm just sitting back listening to y'all, man. Y'all building until pretty much I don't know what the brother was just talking about, something dealing with economics. I feel really hear him out. I mean, I wish the brother, could you repeat yourself, my brother, what you were saying about the economic part? Is the brother still with us? The brother that was right there on Discovery.
Yeah, I think that was yo.
Yeah, peace, A1. Peace, A1.
Peace, my brother.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. You sound good now.
I hear you, Op.
All right, I'll try to stay in place. But no, I was just simple mathematics.
2 movies out right now. It's about Sasquatch. They got one about the fucking abominable snowman, and then they got one about another Sasquatch. I don't know if it's a cartoon. I don't know if y'all seen the little cartoon, which I don't know. I don't rewatch TV like that, but my daughter be having shit on. I be seeing little things, but they got a cartoon with a Sasquatch and a man, like he was some type of hunter and shit, and he found the Sasquatch. He got the Sasquatch wearing clothes and shit and talking to him and all this other shit. And it's another one out because they know that this shit existed. The European cannot create nothing that never existed because he only going by stories that he heard us. He got to wait for us to do something new. You know what I'm saying? For him to be able to go in. That's why they keep making all these fucking movies over and over over and over and over and over. And then the remake is more stupid than the original fucking movie, man. All they do is they fuck a lot of movies up, man, that was originally out there. And when they try to remake it, they make it some type of stupid ass comedy, or you know what I'm saying? But you know, that's pretty much what I want to just drop in on. But yeah, just remember when we talk about religion, man, religion ain't nothing but the the practicing of a culture. You know what I'm saying? Of a culture. You know, a cult. We know a cult ain't nothing but a people who practice culture. The same thing. Like listen, the culture can be praying to Jesus Christ, or the culture could be in there motherfucking worshiping Moloch or fucking some fucking you know what I'm saying, some entity. It's still a religion. It might not be a religion that we accept, but it's still somebody's culture, you know. So
Yeah, and the thing is too about it though, man, is that you know when I talk about culture, I'm looking at it from two aspects, right? I'm looking at it from a natural aspect and from an artificial aspect.
mm-hmm.
That is what I be talking about when I mention culture shift, right? So if you're reading some information and you're deciphering the information, you can determine whether that's coming from a natural construct or either an artificial construct. You see what I'm saying? And when you notice that artificial construct, then you can pretty much tell where that where the narrative is being carried from. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's a very important distinction to make when I'm looking at culture.
Yeah, a lot of people get lost with that shit. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand it themselves. They look at everything like it's some spookism. Oh shit! Oh, they over there practicing. That's like they was wondering what we was doing. Just like today, you see people practicing stuff that they don't even know about. These immigrants come here and they just do whatever they see you do. They don't know nothing about what's going on. They just do whatever they see you do. You wear fitted hats and Nikes and Jordans, they do the same motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, they come, take your culture, and then, you know what I'm saying, and then remix it and put a spin on it. Like you go to DR and shit, you'll see motherfuckers over there, like, you know what I'm saying, they over there and took our style and did a remix on it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wearing reverse afros and sags and all types of shit. You get them motherfuckers some barbers, some clippers, they fuck some shit up, man. You know what I'm saying? They done fuck the culture all up. New York, skinny pants wearing motherfuckers, man. What's that? I mean, let me go on a little rant about that though. Who else we got on here? I seen Dane.
Guy, brother Yosin.
Yeah, I'm here, brother. No. I had it on mute.
What's good, Dane? I mean,
Ain't nothing. How are you?
I'm good, man. You know, just listening in, man. Trying to, you know, constantly build, constantly get this, you know, to get this knowledge, man. Yeah, I'm just waiting though, man. I'm ready to tear one of them Pan-Africans' heads off, man, in a formal debate. We ain't gonna never be able to get a formal setting with none of these jokers and be able to really submit the information. You know
because they're not real debaters.
Yeah. The same thing, Rob Bourne. I was listening to the video you got with Rob Bourne. Rob Bourne talking about his family was the Geechee Gullah, and he said his family was the Geechee Gullah, and saying, "Oh, you know, we practice West African ways." Who told you practice West African ways?
Man, I could have went a whole different.
I heard what you were saying.
I could have went so many different ways on him, but
bro, the food here, because the food here, first of all, we can't practice West African culture in America because American climate is different than West African. So whatever culture they claim they're getting is a fucking lie, because the Geechee Gola didn't exist until after the Seminole War. They didn't exist. They wasn't calling themselves the Geechee. I mean, you got people now that's Geechee people, you know what I'm saying? But the Gola people, they wasn't calling themselves. They weren't calling themselves that, because them people was originally the Yamasee and the Tuscarora. Them was the original tribes that later became the Geechee and the Gola. That's the Yamasee. The Yamasee was the original Geechee Gola. You know what I'm saying? So if he sit up here talking about something,
Yasmin, you talking about the
yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
well, how do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it?
I was trying to figure out, and then they caught me. Okay, all right, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yasmin, you pronounce it like that. But they are the original Geechee Gola. They was the people who was driven into Florida, and they tell you that shit. But then they was put a spin on it and say, oh yeah, they mixed these with Negroes, because the Negroes who they saying it was people that was being brought in from the Caribbean. But mind you, that these were still people that came from here. So like I said, they done did a remix on this shit that's just ridiculous. And it's like, if you don't have brothers really going back, doing this history and looking back at a lot of this information, a lot of this literature and everything. Like I said, it's all over the place. They already know. They will tell you. Like I said, when you looking at you get somebody that tell you, oh yeah, we the Gola Geechee people. How you practicing West African culture? How the West Africans?
That's why I asked him West African where. Okay, and then he came up with some random one, and I said okay, and he said it was by Sierra Leone. I said where, and he couldn't answer it. Like, I mean, but in other words, he doesn't know who his people are. You can't take nobody serious. I mean, you can't take nobody serious unless they know their people. And I'm talking about can recall them. Like when that, and I wasn't trying to embarrass him, but inadvertently it happened. Like I kind of figured it. That's why I said I was being real light on him. To be quite honest, I was being light, but still trying to get him to understand. Like I see that he wanted to understand, but he didn't know how. And I was trying to tell him. I think he heard it. But if he wanted to hear it, that was up to him. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Man, them niggas be straddling the fence with that Pan-African shit. They just can't seem to understand that it's a land older. They can't seem to understand that. They don't even know that the CIA created this whole Pan-African movement in the 60s. They don't even know it. You got people telling you this dumb. You got people telling these niggas this shit, and they still running with it. Why did they create this Pan-African shit? Because this whole shit is a fucking conspiracy. And listen, even worse, they'd rather give you reparations than admit you was an Indian. Trust and believe that. Because they know if they was to come out and tell the people that we are the original Indians, they never going to say that, because they always say that, oh, we mixed in with the Indians. But at the same point in time, all you have to do is show people images and let people know what scientists is saying and what they found here, and then who the people are. But first, we got to wake up and make these valid claims.
Mm-hmm.
We the ones the reason people don't know is because we reject this information. That's the reason why people don't know. People don't know because we don't really push it. When I be going places, I be seeing these immigrants, and I ask them all the time, how long you been here? They be like X amount. I said, have you ever met a real American since you've been here? And they be like, yeah, I see one every day. I said, who? He pointed at the white man. I said, no, there's only one American here, and that's originally applied to the Aborigines and the copper color races found here by Europeans. You understand what I'm saying? And then we start talking about shit like that, and I start telling them, like, look, man, no, I'm an Aborigine here, bro. I'm not no black man. They be like, you don't look like a regular Indian. I know. Because you didn't been indoctrinated.
Because that would be based upon what they would consider, you know, the image of a regular Indian would look like.
Yeah.
Indoctrination. Their whole point is they don't know. They don't know. A lot of people don't know. These other people that call themselves Pan-Africanists are the people that are at the top making money off of it. Those other ones that just want to run their mouth just want fame. In other words, they're not doing nothing for the liberation of our people and never will be. They never have. Name one thing anybody in that camp has done for our people, other than stand outside with a microphone and talk to some people.
Sell fucking dashikis, man. Hey, real quick on another note, I know this ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. What y'all niggas think about that Jesse Smollett situation?
I think, I think it's a distraction. I mean, if you really want me to, you know, I think that's all a distraction.
And I think I know that this shit was some false flag shit. They just got caught, and then I believe that shit came from some political power.
Right. Me too. Okay. And I'm trying to figure out what line, you know, but I don't think I'm gonna ever come out and say anything about it. Huh?
He got pictures with Kamala Harris and all of them.
Right.
Why listen? When I heard them say something about MAGA and that, these guys attacked me, I said, here we go with this shit. This is some false flag shit. Because like I said, and even I'm still, you know, I don't believe none of this shit. I don't believe none of these people are real. I don't believe Trump is real. I don't believe none of these people that they give you in front of you is real or whatever. But as far as, you know what I'm saying, as far as the way we don't never know, because these motherfuckers got agents within agents, man. They will play, you know, you got two wings of the same bird. They will play each other roles anytime they want. So I don't.
What my boy say, Steve Coakley? It's a circle within a circle within another circle.
Within another circle, yeah, within the urn and shit.
Yeah.
And he's guarding the urn.
Yeah.
The fucking, what's the name? The griffin or the whatever the hell you want to call that. The lion with the,
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
The symbol of the boule.
That's right. But that's how this shit really is, man.
They attacked the entertainment and arts.
Yeah. But
that's where it came from. That idea came from Skull and Bones.
Man, but that's what I was trying to tell people. Listen, I think Albert Pike, like you start talking about Albert Pike, right? Because I think Albert Pike was a mulatto. I don't think he was full white. I think he was a mulatto, yo. I think a lot of them chiefs I think the KKK was created by the Cherokees, and like, because they telling you after they had the Indian Civil War, the Civil War was about the Indians. That's all we know this now, and we know what really. I'm starting to really see exactly what really happened when we go backwards, because you know a lot of this so-called slavery that we've been hearing since 1619 really didn't start until the formation of the United States. And the United started going and taking lands. And they telling you why they doing it.
Exactly.
They taking lands. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. People talking about, well, where your redress? Niggas looking over there. Oh, Queen Elizabeth. And we all got to get together. No. We all got our own individual people.
Correct.
We have to go after.
I'm on that same page, brother.
Yeah, the motherfuckers who did the niggas who got a redress and give us a redress of grievances, the people right up under our fucking head.
You're right.
And they know it though.
They right here.
And they glorify. They would listen.
And they hiding on top of that.
Yeah, a motherfucker will go and risk his life and motherfucking sketch somebody's head in the side of a fucking mountain. And these people look up to these motherfuckers, Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Washington, all people who was warring and encroaching upon your land. And then what they was doing was they would act like the same thing they was doing during the KKK. The Europeans you thought was good was the same niggas riding with them at nighttime with the hoods on. So when the motherfuckers,
that is correct.
You know, that's the whole system. But that's the whole system. But the system of white supremacy it goes deeper than just the Americas, man. It goes all the way out to the UK and London and all that. And then when it was all done simultaneously.
Correct.
When this shit over here fell, when this fell over here, it fell over there.
Exactly.
And like I said, they didn't have full control of this shit until after the 1800s. When you see them take control of these wars, and the last war was the Civil War, when you see them start taking control of these wars and shit, now
1875 and beyond.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
1875 and beyond.
They didn't have no control. And listen, European domination came after the Civil War.
Yes, after the Civil War, Great Depression. That's when they started getting these banks. See, this is, and I'm about to be exposing all of that. And these are the people that need to be held responsible for the thing that they call in slavery, which was employment. We need to be holding these banks accountable.
No.
And I'm getting ready to put that out on the forefront. That's why I was telling people earlier that is absolutely correct, though, A1. That is absolutely correct. Y'all can start off at the Currency Act and take a look at the Currency Act signed off by Woodrow Wilson. Top of 1900s. Y'all got to start right. You can easily, when you start tracing back who he hired to do the industrialized institution, you can track who created the out of Africa theory. We already gave it to you. Okay, but if you really want to do it on your own, start with Woodrow Wilson and go backwards if you want, because Woodrow Wilson is the one that started this industrialized institution that we're familiar with right now. As a matter of fact, let me correct that. He reconstructed it, okay? Because Andrew Jackson did it first. Let me be correct. Andrew Jackson did it first. And look at it, Democrat, Republican, you can't trust either one. Two heads of the same snake. They were out to help each other. I'm going to continuously repeat this. Ain't nobody try to debunk this. Ain't nobody say, oh, dang, wait a minute. I told you again. How did the Union win? If the Army went with the Confederate States, if it's 13 colonies, how many states made up in those? They ain't have a dime of California. Y'all got to listen to this. They ain't have a dime of California.
Yeah,
I don't care how many states they wanted to create. Look at the colonies.
It's all westward expansion. That's what all you hear. We basically, whoever was in that way of moving west was their enemy. And if you didn't become friends with them, and it's like what they call it, like foreign policy. Like if you ain't with the foreign policy, what do they do to people across? Like I said, when you listen, all the European domination came in the 1800s, and when the continuation, when you start seeing all these wars amongst
real heavy,
start seeing them killing each other because they killing each other for who gonna be in power. That's what they killing each other for. They killing each other for who gonna be